Well, everyone, why don't we go ahead and get started? This is a bit of an unusual format, I think you'd agree. We had hoped to have a ceremony here at one of the beautiful facilities at CU, and that obviously is not possible right now. So this is our best attempt using current technology to have a chance to get together with you and to say a few words. I want to welcome all of you. So I would say good morning to some of you, depending on your time zone, good afternoon. And for those of you who are on the other side of the world, good evening. And so we're happy that you're here. For all of us, I think, for those of you who have participated in online classes during the latter part of this semester, you all are very disciplined. It seems like everyone has placed their system on mute, and that's a good thing. I will do the same when it's not my turn to talk. We expect that our event today will probably last about 45 minutes or so. I will have been given the opportunity to say a few words in terms of our sequence of events. So I have a few things I'd like to share with you, maybe 5-7 minutes. Our staff, especially Amy Viverito, our marketing director, has prepared a video for us. And I have to tell you, having had a preview of it, I think you will love it. Makes my heart beat fast every time I see it. And then after that, we'll have a social time. Now, this might be a little bit unusual in terms of social time. It is an opportunity for everyone to share ideas. I know we have some faculty whom I'll introduce in just a moment, some faculty who may want to say a few things after I've said my piece. And it's also an opportunity, if you would like to have a one-on-one breakout with a member of the faculty that you haven't talked with in a long time so that you can give them a hard time, you can send a note to Kyle Freeman. And if you look on your list of attendees, you can send him a note and say, hey, I'd like to do a one-on-one breakout with this faculty member. And Kyle will set you up in the third part of our event. So about 45 minutes is what we have scheduled, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And I would like to do some introductions, if I may. Not all of you will have met all of our faculty, but each of them in their own way has contributed to, in a small way, to your success, not only through the knowledge that they may have transferred, worked with you on in your class, but also in the running of our program. So first, our staff. We want to thank the staff for setting up this event today. I'll start with Ms. Lou Rutherford. And there, she's waving right there. Thank you, Lou. Lou is our Associate Director for Administration and Operations. She pretty much runs our program, keeps all of us in line. And so thank you, Lou. Kendra Tebow is also online. There's Kendra. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kendra. Kendra, of course, is your graduate advisor, and all of you have had some kind of contact with Kendra over your time here, either through email or in person or what have you. Amy Viverito is also here. Amy is responsible for the video and maybe has been in touch with some of you before you may have joined our program, and handles all of our outreach activities and is incredibly valuable to us, as is Kyle Freeman, who is also here. Kyle, if you would take a bow, I'd appreciate that. And Kyle also handles much of our administration, including setting up our event here today. Some faculty. Because you all are spread out over 4 screens on my computer, I may miss some faculty. And if I do, please help me out. And this is in no particular order. First, I would mention Dr. Christy Bozick. Christy runs our undergraduate program, and she is online. She is going to be assuming responsibility for the program as a whole in about a month and a half. And so I will be stepping aside. Christy will be taking over, and we're looking forward to that. And so, Christy, thank you for being here. Dr. Michael Reedy is here, and Michael for those of you who studied entrepreneurship, and those types of activities, Michael leads that area, and is one of our incredible, outstanding instructors. I can never catch up with him in terms of our faculty grading. And again, in no particular order, Ron Durham. Say again. Ron Duran is here. All of you who have met Ron, because he teaches leading oneself. It's a required course. And thank you, Ron. Wendy Martin is here. For those of you in the quality sciences area, Wendy is here. Thank you, Wendy. Kristen Egan is here. Also working in generally in Michael's area, in entrepreneurship and those areas. John Swoboda, you may have run into John during your time here in the project management and in other areas. And then Ray Littlejohn, who teaches statistics, among many other things. Thank you, Ray. And so did I miss any of the faculty? Because you may have signed in late. And Kathy Toby, thank you. Kathy, I had your name here, missed it. But Kathy leads our aerospace certificate program, and many of you have taken her leading organizations class. I know that because I get many unsolicited compliments about that class. And so Kathy and her husband Brett, thank you for being here this afternoon. Now, anyone else that I missed? If you may have to come off of mute if I missed you.
I saw Ravi.
Yeah, I just got on late. This is Ravi.
Okay, Ravi, good. So Ravi, those of you who've taken lean operations, Ravi has been your instructor, and Ravi, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate it.
Dan, JD Andrea and I are both on here as well.
Okay, very good. Some of you recently or in the past have taken project management. You may have had Brent as your instructor. He and another gentleman, Jay Andrea, have just opened a brand new class, our advanced project management class, that focuses on several of the most advanced projects in that, or advanced parts of that area. And those of you who haven't had the opportunity to take that course, if you ever come back in the future, for almost free, you can take additional courses in our program. And I've got to say that what they're teaching is extremely valuable. Anyone else, please? Okay, very good. Well, with that, I hope you will have patience enough to allow me to share with you a few thoughts. And so I think I've spoken about this venue. I have to say that to tell the truth, we're lucky to live, in my opinion, we're lucky to live in a time when we have this electronic venue that allows us to gather. We are really the beneficiaries of a combination, in my opinion, of two things. One is human ingenuity, and the other is managerial leadership that created the electronic infrastructure that allows us to gather in spite of current events. And what I want to say to you is that when you arrived in our program, each of you brought with you that human ingenuity. You also brought other things that got you here, such as drive, determination, persistence and resilience, mental acuity, and most importantly, a willingness to open up your minds just a little bit to consider the knowledge and experience that our faculty were offering. Now, you're leaving with the second of the two things that I mentioned, managerial leadership. With that combined and the drive and determination and the other traits that I mentioned, the future is wide open for you, and you should recognize that. It really is something special. It is our opinion, given what has happened to our previous alumni, that the combination of both your technical background and your managerial knowledge will be a springboard for you. And we look forward to hearing from you in the future of your successes. And please write us from time to time and let us know how you're doing. So to that statement, I want to add another thought. The combination of technical strength and managerial leadership makes you unique. Not many of us in this world can truly span both the technical and the managerial. You have proven that you can master both. This makes you special and different in a good way. Even so, sometimes management and leadership can be a lonely place with the decisions that you have to make and how quickly a business moves forward. I'm here to tell you that you're not on your own out there. Each of us, the staff and faculty, are always with you in spirit in what you've learned from us. Also, each of us would be happy to hear from you if you care to write back like other alumni do in the future. When they come across one of the seemingly untenable challenges that seem to come up from time to time. You also have your contemporaries and mentors to provide advice and perhaps help you determine your direction. But third, and this is where I was headed, I would remind you that so many people like you who are determined and driven have come before you. Those who've come before you have in turn left letters to you in the form of books. Going all the way back to Plato, each of them is just standing there, waiting to sit down with you to share and discuss what they've learned in their lifetimes. And so I'm encouraging continuous learning after you leave. Each of those authors of any book that you pick up is, of course, biased by their own experiences. That is why you should read many different authors from many backgrounds, so that what you're left with is a vision of your profession that is closer to the whole truth, not just some part of it. So you are never alone out there in the decisions that you have to make. I would remind you that each of us here, you've been successful because of the aid and love of those who are in your lives, without a doubt. And for many of you, I see that you have family with you. That's a great thing, and thanks to them for attending. Also, the love and support that you have received has given you energy when you had none left, inspiration when your mind was tired, determination when you'd all but given up. Those gifts, in my opinion, you should recognize them with years of the words thank you. And now, as a leader and manager, you have the opportunity to pass on the gifts of energy, inspiration, and determination and knowledge that you've gained to those you'll have the honor to lead. Lastly, since I am about a generation older than most of the students in this room, I take this brief opportunity to offer some advice. There are things we don't teach, and I present them with a little bit of humor, and they are perhaps somewhat necessary for success in life. And here they are. Number one, call your loved ones. Call them, talk with them, and share. Eat good food. That is food that is good for you. Floss goes without saying. And for all of you who are can-do people, Be nice to yourself once in a while. All of you are can do, otherwise you would not be here. Graduating, be nice to yourself once in a while. Get a massage, go for a hike, get a pedicure, do something nice for yourself as a reward, and do the same for someone else who's having a hard time. Goals, they are accomplished. All of you have goals. They are accomplished one small determined step at a time. See the beauty in every day, in every person. Common sense. We don't have a course on common sense, but my advice is use it. Focus on what you control. And a final thought about this coronavirus thing. You know, the coronavirus event has been shocking. Stock markets have tanked. Schools are now mostly online. Major sporting events have been canceled. There's no NBA, at least not on television. I heard a news story the other day about a lady in Australia. She was trying to get her toilet paper before the supermarkets ran out. And so she accidentally ordered 48 boxes of toilet paper instead of 48 rolls. So now, according to calculations, she will not have to buy toilet paper again for 12 years. And so this virus, after many ups and downs, will end. We all know that. And one day, when you are older, people will ask you about the great pandemic of 2020. The future is always uncertain, but know this. Those of us who celebrate your accomplishment today, that is we, the staff and faculty, and the loved ones who've been with you, even though the future is uncertain, we know that whatever comes, you will figure it out because you carry the baton now, and you will provide great management and leadership for your team. So to all of our graduates, I would like to say well done. And I would like to ask if other faculty might have comments that they would like to share at this time. We take them in any order. Anyone? Michael, would you care to go first, sir? I'm going to drop off onto mute.
Sure, my pleasure. Welcome, everybody. And I have to tell you, from my perspective, as I look out on all the still smiling faces and all of that, it's really rewarding for me to know that you've gotten to this point after such a long and usually arduous task of sort of getting all the work done and making it all happen, while many of you are doing other things in your life, working a day job. I see many families there. And so I fully appreciate how much work and effort has gone into this moment. And so it's really great to see everybody here. And all I can really add to Dan's comments is, one, congratulations on getting to this point. And you should really take the time over the next couple of days to celebrate this. You've come a long way over the last, I'm guessing, several years in many cases. And this is a huge accomplishment, and you should be really proud of yourself. So from my perspective, I look out and I see lots of fantastic leaders that are going to take us into a very positive future. And I just wish you all the best in your endeavors going forward. Thanks a lot for being a part of the process here. It's been really, really fun.
Thank you, Michael. Other faculty?
Dan, I'll jump in.
Okay.
Great to see all of you. Dan says we don't have a course in common sense. Yes, we do. It's called Leadership 50/50. And we also cover mental toughness and resilience. And I've been really, really taken aback. I have received zero complaints. I've heard nothing, negative. You guys easily could have kind of just mailed it in when this pandemic hit, and I'm just amazed at how you just kept the ball rolling. and still produced, and I don't know how you guys did this, but you still produced quality work. And so pat yourselves on the back for that. This is not a tough this is a tough situation, and I think that to get through it like this is going to only make you stronger. And I'll leave you with this: as I do teach leadership, my hope is that you all become leaders, in whether it's in your organizations, in your communities, in your families. But I really hope that you go out there and create more leaders, inspire others to follow in your footsteps, and I think in that way we can lead the world to a better place. So congratulations on a great accomplishment. Please, as Michael said, don't let this, because of the situation, don't let this go by the wayside. Celebrate. Find a way to celebrate this. This is a big accomplishment, and you deserve that. So best of luck. Please stay in touch.
Thank you, Ron. Other comments from faculty? Anyone else want to add anything at this time? If not, we can wait till a little bit later. I'll just pause here for a moment if anyone has thoughts. Okay, very good. So now we have a short video prepared by Amy Viverito and our staff, highlighting the EMP graduates from summer 2019, fall 2019, and spring of 2020. So Lou, if you or Kyle have that ready to go, I think we're ready to share screen at this point.
Yep, here we go. Oops, sorry.
Excellent. Can I ask a favor of everyone, please? If you would take your systems off of mute, I would appreciate it if we could give you a round of applause, and if you could applaud the work that Amy put into that video, that would be really nice.
Hey.
Okay, that's excellent. Okay, well, we're all gonna go back onto mute again. I think that's the norm. And I'd like, if any of you had a request to speak with a faculty member individually, as we would do at a reception, you can send a note to Kyle Freeman, and he'll be happy to put you all into a breakout room so that you can have a chat with them if you like. Otherwise, this is an open comment period for you all. And we would like to hear from each of you. This is going to be a little bit difficult. This is going to be like driving on an LA freeway, since everyone will be wanting to speak at once. So if you could, I guess the way to properly control that in this venue, since I think I have 4 or 5 screens here, is if you wouldn't mind raising your hand if you have a comment. I know that's a little bit unusual in this circumstance, but that would allow me to give everybody an opportunity to say a few words if they like. So I will page back and forth, and Kyle, if you would help me to cover, and Lou, if you would help me to cover this. If anyone has their hand up and I can't see them, would you just let me know, please?
It's like we got Brian Monroe.
Okay, Brian, you've got the floor, sir. Go ahead.
My daughter's biggest fear, that I would actually say something. Just want to tell Maria how proud her parents are of her. And thankfully, her getting her master's helps kind of even it out, since I failed out of college. Now we can kind of claim a balance in this world has happened with her and the rest of the kids and my wife all having degrees. Maria, we're very proud of you. You're a real special person.
Excellent, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing that. Anyone else? This is your opportunity to encapsulate years of work into one pearl of wisdom. So Eric, I'm tempted to call on people, but I won't. So if you, any thoughts, anyone? Maria, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, well, that was my dad. So I also wanted to add that he did actually try to attend CU Boulder. So I did it for you. But a big thanks to my friends and family and my work for supporting me through this. And this has been, I got a lot more out of this program than I ever expected to. And when I started this, I wasn't sure what it would take for me to feel ready to step into a leadership type position for real. And now I feel like I'm finally like hitting that point where I know I'm not ready, but I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. I know what I don't.
Outstanding. And we think you're ready as you ever will be.
Yeah,
Great,
so,
Maria.
some wonderful professors, and thank you all for being part of my learning experience.
Of course, it's been our pleasure. Other thoughts, please.
Looks like we got somebody from the Toby clan here. I'm not sure who that is. Go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can.
I just wanted to say how amazing this is and truly wonderful. And we're really proud of our son and our daughter-in-law, Kathy. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Thank you. And thanks for sharing that.
And your grandson, Sam.
She said that. I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Sam's pretty good.
Yep, he is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will echo. Sam's a wonderful young man, and it took me about half the semester to make the connection between his last name and my colleague Kathy. So, but he did tell me I was the first professor that picked up on that. So, I think maybe that means all of us are sleeping.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Kopal?
Thank you so much. I would like to thank my family, my in-laws, and my husband, who is also a CU Boulder alumni. And at last, my professors, Professor John, uh, because I think throughout this term, we had a lot of problems, pandemic, then I got married and someone died in my family. But I think throughout the process, the professors were really helpful, and that helped me continue my education throughout. And I'm really grateful to them and my family for supporting me throughout the process. Thank you so much, everyone.
Good, thank you. Beautiful comments. Thank you so much. Other thoughts, please.
I would just say that Kopal made the disastrous choice of taking 2 of my courses simultaneously. A true glutton for punishment. But congrats to her.
Thank you so much, Professor. I think that was one of the most interesting classes I had. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, John. Other thoughts, please.
I think you got to wave. Yeah, we're here. Say something, Alan.
Okay.
Oh, this is Patriot Machine.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Moore.
Many of their number have taken our degree program.
I'd like to say thank you for all the professors I had, and also thank Bob and Judy for making this possible for me, and also my wife to proofread all my papers. I'm also glad to see this over, but I really enjoyed myself, and there's nothing, I don't think I ever had a single class that I couldn't bring something and very next day to work and apply. So thank you for everybody.
Outstanding, Alan. Thank you. It's been our pleasure. Happy you made it all the way through. Okay, so Patriot, if you will, is Bob in the room there?
Yes,
There you are.
This is Judy right. This is Judy right here, and then Clint's right here, and then Matt behind me just started the program.
Excellent.
So thank you for all that you do. You have a great program. You guys work really hard. You do a really good job. Thank you.
Good, good. And we appreciate the opportunity to work with Patriot Machine. So that's great. So Patriot, may I ask that you all drop back to mute for a moment? Vikas, did you have a comment, sir?
Yeah, just wanted to thank everyone at the engineering management faculty. I think you guys have been great, and I really appreciated at the time of like this when you guys were so adaptable and flexible, and really appreciate. And also wanted to thank my family, my wife, and my son to being supportive. I think, as you mentioned, support of the family was very important through this long journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you for that. Great comment. Appreciate it. Anyone else want to have some closing comments on their degree path? Kevin, go ahead, sir.
I promise to be quick. I would just like to say thanks to the entire EMP, all the professors, and the support staff as well to make this program a great success. Before coming into the program, I thought I knew a lot about leadership and management, but I have learned an incredible amount that has made me not just a better leader, but a better person. So thank you. I've learned just in such a broad variety of information that's going to help me in my career and my life. Thank you.
That's great, Kevin. Thank you. And Kevin is one of a cadre of people who've joined us from the Department of Defense. And so they generally have about 1 year to complete their degree. So those of you who have managed to fit it into your working life over many years, they have to do it in 1 year. So Kevin and Eric and others whom I can't see on this immediate screen are now headed back to the DoD, and congratulations to you. And we hope that what you've learned here will help your part of the Department of Defense. And thank you for what you do. We appreciate it. Other thoughts, please, ladies and gentlemen. Josh, please.
So I had the opposite experience where it took far more years than I'd care to admit to actually get through the program, and certainly had many outstanding teachers along the way. But by far, the person that without them I could not have completed this is Kendra. She, for year after year, helped me figure out what the heck I was trying to do and what I needed to be doing. So thank you.
You know, what's interesting, Josh, is I see so many of the graduating classes nodding while you're talking about that. So there's a lot of thanks, Kendra, going out to you. So, and well deserved, I might add. I think all of us would agree with that as advisor for both the graduate program and the undergraduate program. So thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, other thoughts, please? If you care to say a few words. John said, who's this?
You can, can they see you, Judy? They can hear her talking. No.
It's on. Oh, it's on. Okay. I'll just share a memory. Last year we came out for Bob's graduation, and it was very beautiful, and we enjoyed the whole campus very much. And it was freezing cold. It snowed. So this is so much different as being nice and comfortable. And we enjoyed both. So last year was wonderful, and this year is wonderful. And thank you so much. I know that all of our team really has enjoyed and learned a lot from the program.
That's great, Judy. Thank you. And thanks for sharing that. Bit more comfortable this time, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to save the reception. And this is for all of you. And I'd like to announce this before anybody else has the opportunity to jump in. I'd like to announce that we do plan to hold our regular classic, if you will, graduation ceremony in spring of 2021. That's our next planned gathering in person. And we will do it here at CU, and all of you are invited to attend. We would like to host that for you, as well as our future graduating classes that occur before spring of 2021. But that's when our next scheduled in-person event. And of course, for all of us, I think we hope that our wonderful scientists will be able to come up with a vaccine by then. So, but that's when our next event is scheduled. I'd like to ask if there are any other comments. We're approaching 12:45. And so we do have time for a few more. John Ziz, if you don't say something, I'm coming after you.
I thought you might call on me when you mentioned you call on people. I was at all your classes. I echo really what everybody is saying, that the faculty really makes this program what it is. I've had classes with so many of you, and even in the intro class, when we got to have just a little bit, 1 hour with each of you, was something really special. You guys just really light a fire within our hearts and minds, and a passion, and even the application of the principles being learned. Many of you know that I'm a police sergeant with the university, and those things are applicable even in that setting, in that government and law enforcement setting. So really appreciate all the faculty, and also it is definitely a family effort when you endeavor in a program like this, and it takes a lot of time away from family. And this was a 5-year endeavor for me, just taking it a little piece at a time. So long time coming. Thanks for talking me into it, Dr. Moore, and yeah, it's been a great experience.
Good. Well, it's been our pleasure for everybody that you worked with to have that opportunity to interact with you. So thank you for those words. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to a close. I think Kyle has the opportunity to link people up with individual faculty. I'll ask one more time if there are any general comments for everyone. And Lou, if you have any general comments for administratively, or if Kendra has any comments administratively to our graduates. Any comments or updates that maybe haven't been covered in letters or emails that you sent out to everyone?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. I just want to say congratulations to everyone. We're really proud of the graduates that we are letting out into the world. And so it's been a pleasure working with all of you. I don't know many of you personally since I don't see you, but I see many things about you in the background. And so I'm very proud of you. And as Dan said, definitely, if you can, come back to the graduation ceremony next spring. So we look forward to seeing you then.
Good. Thank you, Lou. All right, final call. And then if you care to stay online, please do. Faculty, I would ask that you stay for a little bit longer. Kyle has some of our graduates who wish to speak with one or two of you individually. If you can stick around just a little bit more. Lou, I believe you have to leave here pretty soon. And so I understand. So Kyle, if you'll help us on that in just a minute. I'm going to page through. If anybody else has their hand up, I will turn the floor over to you. Any other comments? Okay. Well, I personally.
Tyler has his hand up.
Tyler, you've got the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Just wanted to express my gratitude. It was an incredible program, really enriching and potent material to use in the workplace. And then also in personal life and personal growth. So thank you, everyone.
That's great, Tyler. Thank you. And thank you for joining us for a few years to get your degree. We're really, really happy for you and what your future holds. Thank you. Last call. Okay, very good. Lou will say good luck in your next event that you have scheduled for today. For all of you, wherever you may be, overseas or here in North America, thank you for joining us. It's been our pleasure. It's been our pleasure to work with you for as long as you've been with us. Stay in touch. Afterwards, if you get a chance to write us and say, hey, I got promoted to this position, or this is going well for me, or I'm having trouble with this issue, we're here for you, okay? So you are not alone out there, as I said in my little monologue. So that's it. Faculty, please stay online. Kendra, thanks for the congratulations note to everyone. I apologize for the format. Best we can do under the circumstances. And
Should we close with some noise?
I think we should. Can we take off a mute, please? Everyone drop off a mute. Very good. I agree. Everyone, whose puppy is that? Crystal, whose puppy?
Nice dog, Krista.
Uncle Sam's puppy nephew, me.
Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, everyone. Hey, be safe out there, will you?
That's my hand.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Congrats, Uncle Sam.
Woo!
Bye, everyone. Thank you all.
All right. Very good. Very good. Well done. All right. Kyle, do we have a couple of faculty lined up there?
Seems like everybody had their private sessions already, at least for those who
I think we should shut
Okay, Kyle, I couldn't hear you there clearly, so
Yeah,
go ahead.
You're very quiet, Kyle.
So all the people who had a private session or was requested to have one had it.
Okay, very good. So looks like we're about done. That leaves faculty and staff on. So, well, I don't think that went too poorly. I think it was about as good as we could do. Thanks to Lou and Kendra and Amy for that video, and Kyle for keeping us organized. Thanks.